the beginning of the 60th year of the Hijri calendar. The streets of Medina were drowned in silence, but from the direction of the Syrian Empire, a horseman tore through this silence, bringing with him a storm into the stillness of Medina. The scorching desert sand, the blistering rays of the sun, and a messenger racing towards Medina with dust swirling around him, held in his hand the decree of Yazid ibn Muawiyah. Fear gripped his heart, yet the sound of his horse's hooves echoed with Yazid's cruelty. This messenger was not just a courier of time, he was a herald of history, and his message was one that would be written in blood. Away from the hustle and bustle of Medina, inside a well-decorated chamber of the governor's mansion, two faces sat across from one another. Walid ibn Utbah, the governor of Medina, and Marwan ibn al-Hakam, a man whose tongue often poisoned the air of the city. There were goblets of drink on the table, but the conversation was bitter.
May I ask you something, if you don't mind? That land you had seized from Hussein ibn Ali, what became of it?
Oh, that land. Yes, I had to return it.
Return it? You gave it back? Why? You had the authority. You had the power. Then why did you back down?
You think I backed down? No, Marwan. The moment itself demanded that I yield. Hussein didn't just ask for the land. He had already won the hearts of the people. I delayed, and the streets began to echo my name with disdain. The city's influential figures, the tribal chiefs, they were all standing with Hussein. And he had threatened, if the land is not returned, I will declare war. I could have held on to the land, but I could not afford to lose the governorship.
While they were speaking, a voice called from outside.
O Emir, a messenger has arrived from Syria.
Send him in.
The messenger's face was stern and serious. He carried a sealed decree, one that could shake minds.
I bring a special message from Yazid ibn Muawiyah, the Emir of Syria.
Read it out loud.
A servant opens the letter.
On my behalf, take the oath of allegiance from these four individuals: Hussein ibn Ali, Abdullah ibn Umar, Abdullah ibn Zubair, and Abdur Rahman ibn Abi Bakr. No excuse shall be accepted. Whoever refuses to give allegiance, send me his head.
Marwan, what is your opinion?
Don't make public that Muawiyah has died. Call Abdullah ibn Umar, Abdullah ibn Zubair, and Abdur Rahman, and take the oath from them.
And Hussein?
There is no use calling him. He will never give allegiance. If I were in your place, the first thing I would do is have Hussein killed.
No, let's talk first. Perhaps he might agree.
These four individuals were engaged in worship at the Prophet's mosque. The night was still, but their hearts were restless. A servant entered and called out,
Hussein ibn Ali, Abdullah ibn Zubair, Abdullah ibn Umar, Abdur Rahman ibn Abi Bakr. The governor of Medina, Walid ibn Utbah, has summoned you to the court immediately.
This was no ordinary summons. At such an hour of the night, this message was a terrifying sign. Imam Hussein, calmly, "You may go. We will come ourselves." The servant left.
May God protect us. A summons at this hour? Something is definitely wrong.
Muawiyah has died, and now they are calling us to pledge allegiance to Yazid.
How can you be so certain?
Last night I saw a dream. Muawiyah's pulpit had collapsed to the ground, and flames were rising at its door.
I will hide in my house. That seems the wisest choice.
I agree with him.
I will never pledge allegiance to Yazid.
I have the courage to reject allegiance to Yazid. I will surely go to Walid. Imam Hussein set out for the court with 30 young men. He left these armed youths at the court's entrance and entered alone. He had already instructed them, "If you hear my voice raised, come inside." He entered the court alone. Walid sat on the throne. Marwan was with him.
Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan has passed away, and Yazid ibn Muawiyah has commanded that you give your allegiance.
I sense that you will not be satisfied with me pledging allegiance in private. And in any case, allegiance cannot be taken secretly. Call the people tomorrow morning, invite me as well, then we will see.
That is fair. May God protect you.
As Imam Hussein rose and turned toward the door, Marwan leaned toward Walid and whispered,
This is your chance. Take the pledge, or take his head.
Imam Hussein overheard these words. His face turned red with anger. O son of an adulteress, will you kill me? By God, you neither have the power nor the courage. Then he turned to Walid Imam Hussein. O Walid, we are the household of prophethood, the source of messengership. Our home is the place of angels' descent. The room fell silent, as though time had stopped. Imam Hussein exited the court.
You didn't listen to me. By God, if he slipped through your fingers today, you will never catch him again.
Regret is on your advice. I never intended to do that. Now stay silent and watch what unfolds.
Damascus, Syria. In the royal palace of Damascus, the night was at its peak. The grand hall, bathed in lights, echoed with laughter and music. At the center of the dance floor, a young dancer swayed with grace. People adorned in lavish clothing, jewelry, and fragrances were immersed in cups of wine. It was a scene of utter worldly luxury, and in the midst of it all, Yazid ibn Muawiyah reclined lazily on the throne, a cup in hand, intoxication in his eyes, and brazenness on his tongue.
This is life. A beautiful woman, a sweet drink, and an empty throne, which I have now filled. Look at this, like the rhythm of wine running through the veins. Who would abandon this bliss to worry about some so-called hell?
My lord, if this world is heaven, then who cares about an unseen hell? And if this is sin, then curse virtue.
This was the very moment when the foundations of Islam came under threat. Marwan ibn Hakam sat in his home. In front of him, paper, pen, and a heart burning with envy. He was writing something, another scheme, another trap. Marwan's face bore malice, his eyes hatred. He wrote as if dripping poison onto the page. He was thinking, if Hussein survived, their rule would be in peril. The night passed, morning dawned, and the atmosphere of Medina had changed once again. The line between truth and falsehood had begun to draw. Imam Hussein stepped out of his house. From a distance, Marwan rushed forward.
O Aba Abdillah, I am your well-wisher. Listen to my advice so that you may find success.
Speak, what is your advice?
Pledge allegiance to Yazid ibn Muawiyah. That would be best for your worldly life and your hereafter.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Now Islam must bid farewell when the leadership of the Ummah of Muhammad ﷺ is handed over to someone like Yazid. I do not blame you, you are the same, upon whom the Messenger ﷺ sent curses, even when you were in your father's loins.
I'm telling you to give allegiance. It's what's best for you all. You people of Ali, you've always hated the family of Abu Sufyan.
Away from me, impure one. We are the Ahl Bayt of purity. About us, Allah revealed, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا. O son of Zarqa, your resentment toward the messenger will drag you into hell. Prepare yourself for the torment of that day, when you will be brought before Allah, and my grandfather, the messenger of Borsiyam, will question you about me and about Yazid. These words struck Marwan like arrows to the heart. His face turned pale, his tongue fell silent, and without another word, he turned and walked away. End quote. This refusal was not just spoken, it was the greatest declaration of loyalty history had ever witnessed. By rejecting allegiance to Yazid, Hussein proclaimed, "There can be no compromise with falsehood."